One of the things on this topic specifically that I've always had a bias or towards is introverted and extroverted.
Mm-hmm.
I've always thought extroversion is a better whatever. And typically that's the way it's positioned.
Okay.
Typically that's the way it's positioned, is that
Interesting.
extroversion is a more, all the questions on a lot of these things are like more positive. Like you want to do things.
And
you're a fun
more
person.
popular people are extroverted. Typically.
That's the way it's positioned, yet.
Yeah, most of the popular people, most of the successful people, most of the business and entrepreneurs, I don't know what the stats are, but I know it's definitely a majority of people are introverted.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What I've learned is that people are a mix of both.
Mm-hmm.
They're not one or the
other. I would agree
other.
with that. Yeah.
So the Lumina allows for that to happen. So that's very, that feels good for me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the challenges I've had with other profiles, is that you're either this and you can't be that.
Yeah.
And it
so
just
there's
seems
a little bit of overlap.
There's overlap, and it depends on what environment and what situation you're in that those things tend to come out.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So
Oprah had mentioned introverts and extroverts in one of the books that I've read of hers. Mm-hmm. And it was fascinating because she said when she goes into a crowd, because she's very introverted, so say she goes to a social event and she's out with people, she leaves feeling very depleted because she's given so much of herself, whereas extroverted people usually leave feeling fulfilled because they're getting something out of the crowd, whereas she feels like she's giving into the crowd. Right. So I thought that was a really interesting perspective on introvert versus extrovert that I'd never really thought of before.
Yeah, and it is... I think more people would gain a lot of value from more self-awareness.
What do you think you are? Like, are you more introverted, more extroverted? What are you?
I'm definitely more extroverted.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm very introverted.
Very small amount of introversion, although it tends to come out in other aspects. So I'd have to show you my profile, but it's I'm definitely more extroverted than I am introverted in all states.
Yeah.
But there are some things that are introverted qualities that I have, right? Like showing up on time is important to me, and different things like that. And those tend to be introverted qualities.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, very interesting to actually break all those things down.
That's cool. We should do a topic on that because I think it's really fascinating.
Yeah.
I'm definitely more introverted. I don't like big crowds.
Mm-hmm.
I only do it if I have to. Like the thought of hosting an event and having a bunch of people there just literally makes me want to crawl under the table. Yeah.
I've just over time become less. What's the word? That never used to even come into question, like the crowd size.
I'm not adverse to big crowds, so I could sit in the middle of Times Square and have a million people around me, but I can't be the center of attention of that. Yeah. That bothers me. If I'm going to like an event, we do these charity events and stuff all the time, when I go to them, I have to be with my small circle of people, and I don't really want to leave that circle of people.
Oh, okay.
Even when I know other people, I don't really want to converse. I feel very shy.
Those are definitely introverted qualities.
And I love socializing though, but I love doing it with my tight circle of people.
Right.
Like I would have people around me all of the time, but it would be my people.
Yeah. You'd be definitely more extroverted in your, comfort zone and with your own tribe.
With my own tribe, definitely. Yeah. So it's funny how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fascinating topic.
It is. Yeah, no, self-awareness is a huge value add, I think, for all of us.
But I do think it's interesting that a lot of these personality tests, I think some of them you don't change, but I think a lot of them are changeable. My DISC profile 5 years ago is totally different than my DISC profile now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's certain things maybe like paperwork that aren't going to change.
We're not static people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That sucks. I quit if that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So, anything you definitely impacted. I would imagine as you get older, you're less, because you've went through so many of those experiences. But if you've measured me at 22 versus 37 now, I wouldn't say a completely different person, but the experiences I've had, they've definitely shaped and shifted me. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah.